The conversion rates from this were I was really impressed with it, considering the amount of work that I put into it. So that encouraged me to kind of train a team member on it so we can make it part of our go-to-market approach. So yeah, I was really quite impressed with the results.
Hi, so in this video I'm interviewing Chris Helshaky. He is Chief Revenue Officer from All E-Commerce. He is one of the clients that we have here in the agency, and I asked him a lot of questions about how was the process, how was the results. So check it out, everything is here in this video.
I would ask you like some questions, then I will use this as a little bit of a case, of people that we're working with. So just be like 100% like honest about everything. The main idea is just to like share how it's for you, and then that's it. Okay. So so the first question is like, could you please quickly just introduce yourself? What do you do at the company?
Yeah, my name is Chris Helshaky, and I am Chief Growth Officer, Chief Revenue Officer for All E-Commerce, which is a new Amazon agency.
Great. So can you explain quickly what this Amazon agency does?
Yeah, so we are an agency that helps e-commerce businesses that have got Amazon stores. We help them grow their Amazon business through optimizations of the store, through running ads for them, through creating assets and a whole bunch of other stuff, basically to help them get more customers and to improve the performance of their store.
Great. And so what was like the let's say the process on LinkedIn before we started working, or if it wasn't a process, or it was saying like, how was your let's say your sales acquisition process before this? Yeah.
Well, I think we were just interested in trying lots of different types. I've worked in go-to-market for like a few years now, and B2B is pretty clogged up now. There's quite a lot of people getting emails and DMs selling quite similar products. So I'm always quite interested in new techniques. And I think we came across you on Reddit. And it's
yeah, Patrick, was, yeah.
Pretty interesting idea. So we thought we'd give it a try.
Good. And so you were able to, I mean, did you book meetings before we were starting with the process, or not? You were not booking meetings for this company?
With the LinkedIn process or with other processes?
With LinkedIn process for this commerce agency, yeah.
We have booked. So sorry, do you mean did we book meetings with LinkedIn before your process, or
yes, before, yeah.
Well, no, we didn't actually. No, I literally, I think we discovered you on the same week that I started, so I hadn't actually had LinkedIn yet.
Yeah, good. So let me just ask you about the onboarding process. How was, because so what we did was very interesting, right? So we cloned the CEO, and then how was this process, like the onboarding process for the CEO, and after we did it with you. So if you can explain a little bit about how was this in terms of, I don't know, speed, velocity, and time consuming.
Yeah, I think it was good. There's a lot of content to get through, which was useful. Lots of information, which was good. And Daniel, you were very helpful throughout the whole thing. I feel like this is probably just me. I'm not great when it comes to having to learn, because I've always got lots of different things on the go. So the content you provided was very, very useful, very, very helpful. But I think because I had so much other things going on, having to you was really helpful for me. But I know that the rest of the team are now studying the videos, and we're going to be able to use it for other members. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of results.
Perfect, thank you. And I guess like one of the last questions is, you decided to actually put someone responsible for this process in the team. So what made you have this decision of actually putting somebody to be in charge of this process?
Yes, good question. So I wanted to try it for myself. So I'll try and explain this as clearly as I can. So I had lots of plates spinning, loads, but I did want to test this LinkedIn approach out just to see if it worked. And I'm probably able to dedicate, all in all, maybe an hour a week to it. You could probably back that up. I felt like you wanted me to do more, and I tried to do more, but I did an hour maybe, and the impact's been great. I think if I think about the numbers, I think we probably reached out to maybe around 70, 75 people. From that, 5 people wanted to book a meeting with me, and from that, 2 of them did, and 1 of them become a customer. And I can't stress how little I did. You know, there's lots of work to do. Daniel, you were helpful there, but you've got a very kind of very sort of comprehensive step-by-step process. I didn't follow much of it because I just didn't have the time to do it. And we saw some results. And I was just going.
Sorry, that part I interrupted. Could you speak the part about the results?
No, it was still good results. So it was. My approach was to be as low lift on it as possible, just to see if there was.
Great. Well, yeah,
you know?
this is what we wanted to do, and now I'm very happy that you have somebody that is responsible for this process, because I think it's going to be like very beneficial for the company. So last question, Chris, what do you think, and this is just an opinion of you, why do you think that not many people are doing this yet? Because actually, I haven't actually seen so many. So what would you say it is the reason right now? Be completely honest. You can be, yes.
Yeah. I've probably got 2 reasons, two thoughts come to mind, maybe 3. One is maybe people don't know they can do it, maybe. The second thing is it's kind of embarrassing to kind of have this avatar going out to a bunch of different people. It kind of is. But I think it's about as embarrassing as creating LinkedIn content each day. So there's probably something to get over there. So there's that thing. So I think it's probably a combination of the first 2. The third one is that it's kind of finicky having to use the mobile app quite a bit. So maybe that might be something. So that there's the third thing you can't control. The first 2 is probably the reason. But I would think about the first 2 as being the opportunity to jump into this. You know, if lots of other people aren't doing it because A, they don't know about it, B, maybe they're too scared to do it. So it's a good opportunity to dive in. Yeah.
Did you actually see, because you mentioned about 75 or 100 leads. Did you actually see any of these leads telling you? Because sometimes it happens, right? Maybe one of 100 tells you, "Hey, you know what, Chris? This video doesn't seem real." Did you get actually that? I actually never asked you that, but somebody actually said.
One person, but their feedback was great. Their feedback was, "Hey, you're using AI here, aren't you?" And I was like, "How did you know?" And they kind of we had a good conversation, and they said it was a really, really cool outreach. They said it was great. They didn't feel bothered by it.
Yeah. What we have seen is between 1% and 3% of people tell us. So you send 100 message, maybe 1 or 2, but it is within the margins that we expected. Okay, great. So do you, final question, do you think that people are going to start, businesses are going to start using this in the future, or you think it's going to be like maybe not for everybody? What would you say?
I've heard in China they use it quite a lot. Yeah, I think it's interesting, and I'm just been thinking of reflecting on it. I guess it's maybe about a month we've been doing it for. It's interesting because it's like people might think it's real, but then some people might understand it as not real, and I don't think it really matters, because it's the idea of you're communicating in a different way. So you're not trying to trick people, you're just communicating in a different way, if you get me. So the initial thought was, oh, we're going to trick people, but again, I don't think they care if they're being tricked or not. I don't think they think they're being tricked. They're just communicating in a different way. It's like you're sort of inclined to want to watch the video because you're just intrigued as to what this person's going to be like. You know, it's like it's a different level of it. Like I'll get a LinkedIn DM and I'll just skim over it, but I've not received a video like this before. But if I was to receive a video, I'd definitely watch it. You know, so I think it's breaking a different kind of barrier. With that being said, though, it probably in the future, if we are getting lots of different videos coming through, it's going to be a little bit noisy. So I definitely encourage folk to try it now before it gets too popular.
Exactly. Yeah, this is very funny because a lot of people say, I don't want to trick the leads. But for me, it's like, listen, if you're using ChatGPT to help you write an email, are you treating people? No, you're just using a tool that is helping you. And it's like you say, you're pretty much just like taking advantage of a tool to communicate better. They don't really care. No? What they care is that they want to see you and what you have to say, and you are accomplishing that.
You can use this part. I'll try and make it as part of the question. We like it so much that we're actually using these AI avatars in our nurturing emails as well.
Oh, great.
So we're testing it. what we're trying to do is figure out how to embed the video into like a nice marketing email, so it's a case of clicking and touching it. But one thing we're doing anyway is one of our go-to-market strategies is to identify warm leads who have opened a number of our emails or clicked through a couple of times. We then do a little bit of research on their account, and we offer them some analysis. So what we're going to test doing now is doing that analysis through my avatar, if you like. Rather than being a piece of text, we're actually using it. Hey, you know, we've seen this X, Y, Z. We can help you here, A, B, C. So
wow, that's great. But that's gonna be to the leads, or that's gonna be to the leads, the warm leads that came through inbound or the reply or something like this.
So it's going to be people. So on our nurture, so people we email. So we have like one of our go-to-market approaches is emailing cold leads.
Yeah.
Now, if those leads have maybe opened an email over X times, or perhaps they've clicked a link, we define them as being warm or warmer.
Yeah.
So then we do a little bit more work on those accounts and identify how exactly we could help them.
Yeah.
Now, what we used to do is we used to send them an email saying, hey, we think we can help you with this. What now we're going to do is just, I'm going to be saying it rather than rather than being a bunch of text.
Exactly.
Just a test, just to see if it converts a little bit more.
I think it will convert, and it's interesting because there are some tools in the market, and I'm going to say it here, like SenseSpark or Vidjar, they are great, but the problem with this tool is that you cannot personalize the videos. And with the avatars, you can actually. So you are going to send a specific video to a specific lead that is completely personalized to that company, right? You're going to do like a audit or like a diagnosis of what they're doing. So this is actually something that is very interesting. And I also have to say that I was really impressed because what I was doing, you try to automate it and even expand it, like the ways that you can actually use this avatar. So I think that was also very helpful.
Yeah, great, cool. All right.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris, for your time. Talk to you soon later. Bye bye.